Well, for a look at 2022 for Belmont Resources, we're joined by the CEO, George Sookochoff. George, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to be here, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to tell my story to your listeners and viewers.
Well, over your shoulder, you've got quite the map in terms of the projects that you've got going. Tell me about them a little bit. I see Come By Chance, the CBC, for instance, at the top of the list.
That's right. Yeah. Well, this was part of our. We've been busy on 4 projects here in a variety of metals here: copper, gold, silver, and lithium here. And just as a very quick summary, in 2022, what we accomplished was the Come By Chance, which we're targeting a large copper gold porphyry. We put in 2,300 meters into there. 2,300 meters of drilling in the AJ gold. I'll go into a little more detail. Another 7,000 meters in our Lone Star, where we've generated a resource on that as well, copper gold resource. Very pleased with that's developing. And for lithium, we drilled 2,000. We have a JV partner that as well, who's putting up all the costs for drilling. We drilled 2,000 meters on that, and for looking for lithium brines as opposed to clay lithiums. And
okay, let's get into a little bit more detail on each one of those individually, if we can, for 2023. What are you planning?
Well, starting off with our flagship project, and this is the Come By Chance, or CBC, we're targeting a large copper gold porphyry, as I've said, and we've done extensive IP and geophysics, and we've drilled somewhat 2,000 meters early this year, and it's targeting, and we're vectoring in towards the core of a potential large porphyry system. And so we have enough information now to know how to plan our 2023 drill program, and that's more of the core of the porphyry system. So we're very excited about that, and that's where the company's really focused on. And moving on, we have our AJ, or it's the Atlas and Jackpot, the Atlas and Jackpot gold mines. 2 historic gold mines, the 1890s, 1900s. And what we plan to do there is that we're finding a lot of dumps on the property from old mine workings. And these dumps are, in those days, 1890s or the 1900s, as I said, if they didn't see visual gold, then they considered it dirt. Well, today we think different. New technology, new processing, new extraction. And we've, and sampling on some of these dumps have got up to 1 ounces per ton gold. So it's a quick, fast track to a revenue generating. We're going to process, sample further, bulk sample, and process this nearby mills. Moving on, again, this is our Lone Star copper gold porphyry, sort of just a resource. This is our JV partner, Marquis again. They're footing 100% of the exploration. They spent $2.5 million last year. Gave us 3 million of their shares plus $300,000 in cash. It's a good deal for our shareholders, and for 80% of the project. They've drilled 7,000 meters. They produced a resource, and it shows that the resource is open and extent. But now they're focused on for the upcoming year, they'll drill some more, and they're focused on delivering a PEA, which is part of their commitment to earn 80%. So that'll be the focus of that drilling. More drilling, focus on the higher grade core, higher grade of the system there, and we look forward to that as well, as far as for our shareholders.
And then the last one is Kibby.
Kibby lithium. If you love lithium, you'll love this one. Again, Belmont owns about 50 square kilometer, all the claims in this basin. In this basin, which is just north of Clayton Valley. One of the features of this is we have 2 water permits. We have plenty of water, unlike Clayton Valley, where they're struggling for water. Even if they're advanced stage projects, they don't have water. And we have plenty of water. We're developing, looking for the lithium brines, unlike not clays, but brines, which are deeper down. Now, this is very expensive to drill these at this deep, especially in the clays, through the muds, through gravels. It's a really expensive. And then the sampling, over 1,000 meters of sampling. And not only do you sample the clays, but you sample the water. And so you're doubling your cost. And it really is if you don't have deep pockets, it can break a company, the drilling for lithium. And knowing this, we brought in a JV partner, again, the Australian group, Marquis out of Australia. They said, we're glad to drill it. We'll put up the money. So we gave them only a 10 square kilometer core of the project. what that does is they take on all the risk at their expense, $2.5 million to $3 million. Again, it saves our shareholders from dilution. We don't have to spend a dime on this. And if they are successful in this year, the coming year, if they are successful, we have all the upside. We retain the remaining 40 kilometers around the core there, which contains this anomaly here at Brian targets. So we have all the upside and minimal downside, zero downside actually. And if they are successful, also we retain 20% in the core as well. So it's a really good deal for our shareholders where someone else takes all the risk. And that's the way you want to do business in this.
Okay, George. So to summarize then, you've got the come by chance. That's your backbone, if you will, as you described it. And then you've got potential joint venture projects with Marquee. Is that correct overall?
That's correct. Marquee has taken on the Lone Star and the Kibbe. They're footing over $5 million in drilling last year. And they'll continue to drill both projects, financing 100% to earn an 80%. Our focus will be on 100%. We've kept we like to say, and don't tell Marquee this, but we kept the best for ourselves yet. Where we think we have, more upside for our shareholders. That's the CBC, which is a large copper gold porphyry, similar to other copper gold porphyries in British Columbia, as well as the AJ. We love the gold aspect of the AJ, but in fact, it's a short path to revenue generating by processing refined dump material. So we'll be focusing on this in the new year and be very, very busy there as well. So a lot of news coming out, and we hope that the markets come back, and regardless if they do or do not, that Marquee will still be spending money on the projects and generating news.
Well, George, sounds like an exciting year ahead. Thanks for sharing that story.
Thank you very much, Pat.
George Sookochoff is the CEO of Belmont Resources.